Back with another video. Today we are doing another reaction. So this is quite egregious. When I'm about to go over, trigger warning. We are going to be discussing Shanquella Robinson case, at least touching on it because what we're reacting to is Tubi. And Tubi is what I thought for the longest is a black-owned platform. Apparently, it's not. It's owned by Fox. We'll get into it. But what I think a lot of people think is a black-owned platform, but they have a lot of movies and independent films, a lot of independent black movies, more specifically, a lot of black shows. It's kind of like BT. It's like black oriented. Okay, as far as their movies and shows. But they recently came out with a show that actually has been out. It's on season 2. But this recent episode, one of the more recent episodes that has came out. Actually, I can't even say too recent because I think I seen a review of it from like 4 months ago or something like that. So, but it's just now kind of going viral, should I say? And people are starting to talk about this one particular episode called Frenemies. Okay, it's on season 2, I think episode 2 or something like that, or season 1, episode 2, something to that effect. But it's called Frenemies, and it's around a girl who goes on a trip with her friends, doesn't make it back with her friends. Apparently, her friends were frenemies. They end up beating her to death, similar to, again, Shanquella Robinson's story. And I'm going to just play the story, play the trailer for it so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. But it is ringing a lot of bells that is similar to Shanquella's story. So let's get into it. It's egregious.
Justice is a blind goddess.
I'm trying to figure out what's taking you bitches so long to get naked. And who's trying to go skinny dipping with me?
Ain't no skinny dipping, bitch. Oh! So I want to find out that you was fucking my nigga, all them niggas, and the least niggas? Bitch, you think you better than me? Bitch, 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 bitch. I don't even give a fuck because I've been playing.
Quiet. Y'all too loud.
So what the hell is y'all playing?
We don't fuck with that bitch. Simple as that.
Look, that's between y'all. I only came for the free trip, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit, fuck this bitch at this point.
Y'all wild, but I get it.
Y'all been playing this shit for weeks, ain't you?
Months, actually.
Is he know about it? And he on the way?
Yeah. Shit, ain't nobody tell her to pay $5,000 for us for no trip. Exactly, dumbass. This is a dumbass bitch. Hell, always showing off. I hate that bitch, bro. Dog, would y'all just shut the fuck up and stick to the plan? And everything will be good, all right?
I hear her coming.
Let me first say, I have a daughter. Justice.
All right. So yeah, that was the egregious trailer. So yeah, I said 4 months ago. I didn't mean to say 4 months ago. I actually meant to say I think it was like a couple of weeks ago though that I seen. I'm not sure exactly when this episode came out, but it wasn't like last week. It was like a couple weeks ago from what I'm seeing at least. But yeah, so clearly that has like a great relevancy to her case. As we all know, she did go to I don't know if it was Cabo, but I think it was Mexico. But she went out of the country with her friends, quote unquote friends. It was about 5 or 6 of them. I think it was like 2 guys, just like inside the film or inside the show. Her friend, there's a video of her that she got into a fight. Well, really, it wasn't really a fight. Her friend beat her up. It was egregious. If you've seen the actual video, it was online for a long time. I don't know if it's still up there, but it's egregious. Just to say this, nothing for you to go look at if you haven't seen it, but it is egregious. And so again, similar with the show, the girl gets beats up, and I will actually watch the episode. They had it on YouTube. I actually don't know how they had it on YouTube. It was on a Tubi show, but I watched it on YouTube, and the whole episode is very similar to her case. There's a lot of similarities. Literally, you can tell they took it right from the case. Even down to the fact with them trying to make the excuse of her having alcohol poisoning when the doctor comes, and them trying to prove the innocence, saying that they had nothing to do with it, and act like the whole fight didn't happen. She just was poisoned by alcohol. To even them saying that to even them having the one of the guys call the mom. You know, it's the scene in there where they calls him, where one of the guys called the mom. He's like about to tell her what happens, and then he kind of stops. Somebody snatches the phone from him, but I believe that happened in real life. They do have a scene in there where they're like, before they leave, the guy checks them out, and one of the guys get a refund on the room. And basically it's because the hotel is giving them hush money. They don't want to get bad press for the hotel or nothing like that. So they're like, oh, we'll give you a refund back in cash. And we all know Shanquella paid for the trip. So he ended up getting the $5,000 that she paid for the trip in cash. I don't know if that happened in real life. I didn't hear about that. Maybe if you have, let me know in the comments. But that wasn't something that I knew of that happened. But they did include that in there, I think, just to make the friends look even more shiesty. But if it did happen, I mean, the friends shiesty in real life anyways. But I think that was just to add on to the storyline, if I'm not mistaken. Then, of course, the video of her fighting, that gets leaked. I thought the police had leaked it in real life. But in this film, one of the friends calls their mom, and the mom is like, send it to me and I'll leak it so that way we can prove your innocence type stuff. So I thought the police had leaked it in real life. Y'all let me know in the comments again. But maybe it was one of the friends or like a relative of the friends. I'm not sure, but I could have sworn the police had leaked it. I'm not sure. Or like the family, like the attorneys of the family, something like that. It had somebody had leaked it, but I didn't think it was like them that was on a trip or like Bushko. I'm not sure. Let me see. Then of course they had the autopsy. They had the second autopsy showing that, proving that it was a spinal cord injury, again on the nose with the Shanquella Robinson story. Family member asking for money for interviews. I remember that sounds familiar. If that sounds familiar, they had a scene with one of the family members was asking for money to get an interview. She was like, yeah, this happened to my cousin, but I'm not speaking about it. If you got to subscribe or you got to pay me this amount of money. I feel like I seen a video like that. I think that happened as well. And then the biggest difference I would say in the show and the film, I mean, the show and what happened in reality is that in the show, they end up actually getting, going to court and being found guilty. And they're extradited into Mexico to be like fully, to get sentenced. In real life, Mexico did try to pursue like an investigation, but the Attorney General office in North Carolina basically said that it was not enough substantial evidence to pursue a case or anything like that. So they didn't end up getting charged, which is BS. Okay, justice for Shanquella Robinson, because somebody should have got locked the hell up. That was outrageous. RIP to that sister. That was outrageous. Agree with everything between the family didn't get no justice for that. Okay. Now, yeah, I just think. Before I even get to what I was about to say, let me tell y'all why I'm talking about this. So apparently her family sent a cease and desist letter to Tubi Street, as the show is called Street Legal that this episode is on. The whole show isn't about it, but just this particular episode is kind of like Law and Order, But the show's Street Legal. So they sent a cease and desist letter to Tubi Street Legal series for using her likeness in episode without consent. So they didn't even talk to them about, I can't say that because they might have talked to them about, but maybe they didn't give them their consent. But from what we know, they didn't get any consent from her family about what happened, and that is hella disrespectful. Like, honestly, that is just downright disrespectful. You should not be, creating a movie or a show or anything in someone's likeness without some sort of permission from them or their family, okay? Especially if they die from their family, because that's hella triggering. This just happened last year. She just passed last year. This wasn't that long ago. This was a national case, okay? This was all over the news. Everybody heard about it. That was a big thing to go through. I'm sure that their family or parents still get people that DM them or come up to them and apologize about what happened and things like that. Like, that's a heavy thing to do for you to lose your child. That's a lot, So for you to see that reenacted, or as you can see from the trailer and the show, like I said, I watched the show, they literally show the scene where they're beating the girl up, and it's not like a 5-minute long fight scene, she kind of just punch her. It's kind of about as quick as it is in the trailer, a little bit longer, but to see that, to see the nastiness of the friends, to see the, the shystiness going on with the friend getting the money and them trying to plan to act like they didn't know what happened and the cover up with alcohol poisoning, like all this other stuff, to see that reenact, like, that's very triggering, okay? And insensitive to their families, grief, that's a lot, especially if they're not ready to put that out there. Not to say that can't happen, because this is not the first time somebody made a story off of something that really happened. Made a show or movie or something that really happened, based on something that really happened. That happens a lot. It's happened a lot. But to do it with no sort of, with no connection to the family not even putting in their 2 cents, you're just kind of going off, like, that's messed up. You know what I'm saying? And then you're making money off of it. That's not right. The family, at least the family should be getting a check from it. one, but two, they should have had a hand in it, so they could actually get a real feel for what happened. They can get an inside scoop, and make it even more authentic, make it even more genuine, because the girl they had up there, I don't even know if she was representative of Shanquella. First of all, the girl was light skinned. Shanquella was brown skin. Okay, she had tattoos like Shanquella, but she had more tattoos. She had tattoos all the way up her neck. I don't think Shanquella had tattoos all the way up her neck or nothing like that. The girl was kind of arrogant in the show, like flexing on her friends. Like was kind of like I think they was trying to show like maybe it was two sides to the story. Like the friends was shiesty, but Shanquella was a little egotistical. You know what I'm saying? Or like arrogant herself and didn't realize, like her ego was so big she didn't realize the real hatred she had coming from her friends. Or that she like kind of stunting on her friends or something like that. Like it wasn't a genuine act that she paid for their trip. And I don't like that, because now you're putting things in it. It's assumptions. It's not like it's even. You kind of took some things from it. Like maybe they did have a frenemy situation that was similar, and they had this situation, but it didn't go the same way. Maybe they didn't mention alcohol poison. Maybe it wasn't a spinal cord injury. Maybe it was, it wasn't so on the nose to her story. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that y'all literally like damn near took her whole case and just put it in the script, it's like y'all could at least had it a little more accurate. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, at least you got a brown skin girl. At least you got a girl who kind of acted, which if y'all would have talked to the family, I could have got an idea of how she acted, what her personality was actually like. From the family perspective, what the friends' personalities was actually like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could have been a little bit more accurate and genuine. But this just seemed like it was kind of like a clout chasing, money grab type situation, and I can't respect things like that. And I think that's because, I think a big part of it, at least, is because, of course, like I said, this is not a Black-owned network, and a lot of people, like I said, I thought for a long time that Tubi was Black-owned. I had no idea that Tubi was not Black-owned. I don't know why. Like for the longest, I thought that, I don't know if somebody told me that, or like that was like. Maybe they was Black owned at some point, but apparently they are not Black owned. So I looked up their and like the owner of Tubi, and it's Fox Corporation. Tubi is a part of the Tubi Media Group, a division of Fox Corporation that oversees the company's digital businesses. So Fox, that's why this shit was outrageous, everything between, and then to put the cherry on top, not only is it owned by Fox, but look at this here. Apparently the latest CEO of the company is, I believe she's Indian, Vimos Anijala. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sud as the new CEO. So apparently she's the new CEO of the company on Monday following her tenure. She owned ad free, some. We already seen shifting some. I'm just trying to see if I can find her but she's definitely not Black. Let's just say that is not a Black woman. Okay. And so I don't know what the writers over there Tubi look like, what the producers they use. I don't know if they are Black. Like I said, it is a lot of Black content they produce, Black center content they produce. So I don't know, but it is degenerate, and I will say that. So I don't know if they're using Black writers in that. If they are Black, they might be non-FBA, or they could be, not Black at all, and just be people of color, minorities, and that's why they put out so much degenerate, films and shows, and can pick up FBA stories like this and try to make it a money grab by putting it to a show, taking the exact storyline, the exact investigation or what happened story and putting it into a damn script. Like, that's so tasteless. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like, that's egregious. I'm not feeling that. So shout out to the family. I hope they do. Their cease and desist order does go through, and I hope that they're able to get the show taken down. Honestly, any profits they got from that damn show, they need to be giving that to the family, at least a significant portion of it, because y'all shouldn't have touched her case without some sort of permission from the family. That is outrageous, everything between. So yeah, I just thought this was real tasteless. Shout out RIP to the sister. This kind of bothered me. I'm like, why would you? That is so egregious. Like, why would you want to show that reenactment? Like, the mother has to watch her daughter this whole process. After that, that whole experience was probably traumatizing within itself. Now her family has to sit there and watch it over again as entertainment. It's like, and then see the inaccuracies within it. Like, how could you not? But again, they're not Black over there. The people that own it ain't Black, so they probably didn't give a damn. I doubt they would have done the same for somebody who was non-Black or something. The lady, I think she's Indian or something of the sort. I doubt they would have done it for one of her people. So and made it a money grab, made a story into a money grab. So yeah, this was just outrage group chat between. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Have you seen the show? You can watch it for free on YouTube. I wouldn't suggest going to go support that on Tubi. Okay, I don't know if it's still up there, but if you watch for free, go watch for free. That's what I say. If you want to see it. If not, again, this is basically the same thing that happened in the if you know the Shanquella Robinson story, then you're going to know what happens in the show, other than the fact, like I said, that they get locked up in the end. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Tubi, I'm sorry, should have made this film? Do you think they should have contacted the family first? Do you think even if they did contact the family, like maybe it shouldn't have happened at all? Was this just was this like a, what is it called, a trauma porn, or like, I think the specific thing is like black trauma porn or something like that, but corn, I think corn is a trigger word for YouTube. I don't know, I ain't trying to do my best. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Other than that, baby, that's all I got. Our pizza Shanquella Robinson.